Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, Tubi dominating the world of free streaming. We'll tell you how they compare to the Roku channel and Pluto TV, the other two big free streaming services, according to this new report. Amazon getting more into sports, maybe having a deal to become the new home of another RSN, and YouTube making some changes to one of its best features on smart TVs. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. You can find a link to each story in the show notes and in the first pinned comment that I'm about to talk about, so you can read them for yourself, come up with your own opinion. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, before we get into it, you may hear it in my voice, I'm quite sick. I got that flu bug going around. I apologize, but we're going to power through this. Hang in here with me, or there's a lot of news to cover today. Starting off with one of the biggest questions I get is, what's the best free streaming service out there? You know, there's a lot out there to pick from. You don't want to put all of them on your devices. So what's the best one? You know, my thought is they're all great, get them all, they're free. But a new report from MX8 Labs went out and talked to people what they used. And according to this, the most popular, I guess you could say the best because most people are using it, is Tubi, with about 30% of people responding using Tubi, followed by the Roku channel at 25% and Pluto TV at 20%. I find it very interesting that the three biggest free streaming services are all ones that have some original content or exclusive content behind them. Tubi, of course, has a bunch of Fox content. We'll have the Super Bowl here soon. You got Pluto TV with all the Paramount content, and the Roku channel, which has a ton of original content that Roku's been putting a lot of work in to grow it. It's very interesting to see the growth there, and I'll be interested to see how many people are using Tubi after the Super Bowl this year. 2 years ago, when they had the Super Bowl on Fox, and Tubi had a very successful ad campaign. It really helped it grow. And from there, launched it to the #1 spot. It's kind of been hanging on ever since. Will that continue? Will it get even bigger now with the end of the Super Bowl coming up here and Tubi streaming for free on it? Now, one note with that, you do need an account. They are free to stream the Super Bowl. They are locking that behind an account. They want people to make accounts, but it'll be free there. Very interesting. Leave me a comment. Let me know, what do you think are the best free streaming service out there? I don't think there's any wrong answer, though I do find that people who like on-demand content more than the live channels lean more towards Tubi. Tubi puts its on-demand content first, where other services like Pluto TV puts their live channels first and tries to push the live channels more than the on-demand. We'll see if that changes in the future, if it keeps growing. All right, next up, Amazon getting more into sports. Now, you've heard me talk a lot about how sports are becoming a big player in streaming as they're being used as a way to attract new subscribers. Peacock, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, and Amazon are all leaning heavy into sports in order to attract subscribers. Now, Amazon is reportedly, according to a report from Awful Announcing, looking at a deal with MSG Networks. MSG Networks is a regional sports network, otherwise known as an RSN, that offers a ton of games. It's been blacked out on its largest cable TV provider in the area. They've been having a contract dispute. It's been some time now that they've been dark there. Now, MSG Networks is facing bankruptcy, and Amazon may be sweeping in to strike a deal, much like they struck a deal with FanDuel Sports, formerly Bally Sports, to offer FanDuel Sports subscriptions through Amazon Prime Video. We'll keep a close eye on this. But Amazon's been leaning into RSNs, trying to get them to offer their subscriptions through Amazon's Prime Video, so you can do it as an add-on there and get content. Amazon also has a partnership with Yes, with some content there, but again, it's just a joint partnership on it. Will Amazon slowly be making deals with all regional sports networks? We'll see. It would make them kind of an aggressive partner out there to have all the RSNs in one spot, even though they're all add-ons. But look for sports. Sports is the #1 reason people pay for live TV, followed by news. Amazon is leaning into that. Others are leaning into that. Peacock, Max, and others trying to lean into sports in order to attract new subscribers. Don't be surprised to see a whole lot more of that to come soon. All right, next up, YouTube is removing one of its most useful features, or at least hiding it. So YouTube, one of the best features of its home or its smart TV apps, I should say, apologize, was the guest account. So you could log in on it, but if you had friends and family over and they were trying to watch something, they could use the guest account to pull it up so they weren't wrecking your recommendations. We've all had times where your kids or somebody else starts watching something that suddenly your entire home screen is a bunch of stuff you don't care about. It's all kids videos, for example. And the guest account did that. Well, now YouTube is removed the guest account and has hid it under the use logged out, which has confused some people, including us when we first saw it. On the profile list where you used to get to select your profile or other people's profiles who are logged in on that YouTube app on your smart TV, at the bottom it says used logged out. And that doesn't actually log you out. It brings you to the old what's called guest account. And the guest account used to be just a way to use YouTube without having it tied to a specific account with it. Now though, you can instead have to select the use logged out. So they basically rebranded it from the guest account to something called use logged out. They moved it from the row of icons down to the bottom there. So it's great to see that they're not getting rid of the feature, but it does seem like a strange change. It's definitely a little bit confusing because when I see use logged out, I think I'm logging myself out, not just accessing the app logged out. But good news, you can continue to use it. Bad news is it's a little bit more confusing to do it. It's a great way though, like I said, if you got kids that you want to bring up a video for them, or you got people visiting you and they want to access it and you don't want to screw up all your recommendations on YouTube, it's a great way to do that. Speaking of Amazon, in our next story up, they have a new bundle deal to help you save some money. They now have a new Stars and BET Plus bundle that saves you 30% a month versus subscribing to those two services independently. Amazon's been growing a number of these free, or I shouldn't say free, these discounted, bundle deals through Amazon Prime Video. We have a link to it all in one spot, but it's $15.99 a month. It gets you both Stars and BET Plus. I love these. While you may not care about Stars and BET Plus, there are people out there who do. And if you get a bundle deal, you can save some money. A lot of these companies are doing that because they say, and studies have shown it, that when you have bundles, people are less likely to cancel. Disney Plus bundle was one of the first really big ones that was successful. And the idea was, well, even if there's nothing on Disney Plus this month you really wanted to watch, you're probably busy watching ESPN Plus or Hulu. And that makes you stay subscribed versus canceling Disney Plus. You know, the churn is what they call it. People canceling streaming services is a big issue because it's so easy. I often recommend this, right? Rotate your streaming services. Don't subscribe to everything at once. And that's what they're hoping here will help them keep people subscribed, is by bundling these services together. We'll keep a close eye on it, but for now, there's a growing number of these bundles, and now there's another, Stars and BET Plus, discount exclusively through Amazon Prime Video. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more about it. All right, under a new bill in our next story, cable TV companies could soon be forced to pay you if your programs are blacked out or sporting events. Now, blackouts are not unusual. MSG is a great example. The MSG RSN has been blacked out on Optimum Cable for some time. Under a new law being proposed, cable TV providers would have to refund you for programs they don't offer you but are still billing you. The issue here is the fact that they take your money, right? You're paying the same amount of money as when you had the RSN, but now that you don't. And there's a proposal that I honestly don't know if will go anywhere in Congress that would require them to refund you money for cable TV providers. Now, this is exclusive to cable TV providers. Does not impact things like streaming services like YouTube TV, Fubo, Hulu, and others. But it would require cable TV companies to refund you money. There's been a lot of talk about this over the years. It's gone nowhere. A lot of times cable TV companies see this as kind of a shrinkflation. You probably heard that when it comes to food items. You know, you used to buy a 12-ounce product and then it becomes a 10-ounce product, but it's at the same price. Kind of the same thing with cable. You used to get 100 channels, now you're getting 98, for example, but you're paying the same amount of money. They get to pocket a little bit of money. This bill would require cable companies to refund you if your sporting event or programs are blacked out. It's a cool bill. It's fun. I know a lot of us would love that. I don't expect this bill to go anywhere. I'll be honest. I just don't see this moving forward. But we'll keep it on and we'll let you know if anything does happen there. All right, next up, On Patrol. On Patrol's been renewed for its fourth season on Reels as a double down on the hit series. Reels has really built a name based on the On Patrol TV shows. I know they have a lot of other good stuff, but they've really done a good job expanding that lineup there. So good news if you're a fan of On Patrol. It's been renewed for another season. Details in the show notes. Well, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. A little bit of a shorter episode. I am going to go edit this and then lay back down. I thank you, everybody, for your support. I got a new microphone. Hopefully, unfortunately, you probably can't tell too much of an improvement with my voice. Hopefully, though, this helps improve the audio here. I'll be back in the studio in about a week. A little over a week. So we're excited to be back there. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.